This is Trust the Profits 10-minute rundown. Here's your hosts, El Hombre and the Formula.
Here we are, Trust the Profits. I'm the Formula, joined as always by El Hombre. El Hombre, how's it hanging?
It's going good, man. What up, what up? Coming off the Belmont.
Coming off the Belmont. So that's what we're here to talk about today, is the Belmont, the third jewel of the Triple Crown. We just wrapped it up this past Saturday. We've got a few races to talk about. We're just going to review them real quickly for you. Let's start with the first big race of the day, and it was a big one, the Woody Stevens. Our top three horses in that race were Jackie's Warrior, Dream Shake, and Caddo River, but it was really tough to choose a top three in this race. They were all really even, and a horse that we loved earlier in the year, a horse that I loved earlier in the year, Drain the Clock, was the one that came out first. What do you think about the Woody Stevens there, El Hombre?
It was a super impressive field. I couldn't believe the strength of that field. It was I actually asked the question if it was stronger than the Preakness field. That's how stacked and solid that field was to me.
At least on par, I would say. At least on par. I mean, you look at the horses up and down. We rattled a few off. There's also Nova Rags in there as well. I mean, we're talking serious contenders there.
Yeah, and kudos to Belmont Park for putting together that card. That card was incredible from top to bottom. I mean, it was a who's who of races.
Yeah.
Well, probably 30 of the best known horses in the world, or at least in the country, were on tap on that thing, and it was awesome. 13 races, I believe, and it was
13 races. Yep.
8 major stakes, and they were all great. It was a really good card.
Yeah, and hopefully we don't hear about anyone coming out juiced afterwards. Sorry for the downer, just putting it out there. But yeah, Drain the Clock, Jackie's Warrior, Dream Shake, Caddo River, all horses that were on our top 25 list earlier this year headed up to the Derby. So it was really fun to watch those that field of 6 work against each other there. Next up, big race, the Ogden Phipps. This is a female race. The big disappointment there, of course, your girl Swiss Skydiver had to scratch. She came up with a fever before the race. We still had a really strong race though, and we got to see Latruska really knock it out of the park there with the 5 horses that were left over.
Yeah, Swiss Skydiver's like my favorite female ever, besides Zenyatta. But
yeah,
Zenyatta's my favorite horse ever. Swiss Skydiver's probably my second, or at least my second favorite female horse ever. I love that horse, and that was a matchup. That was going to be a monstrous matchup. It was still a great matchup without her.
Yeah.
But Latruska got it done, and Latruska got it done convincingly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just too bad we couldn't see him square off, and that would have been a really fantastic setup there.
If I remember correctly, Latruska wasn't even the favorite going off. We had her as the top choice. I think she was third choice going off, to be honest with you.
Really? Okay. I'd have to look up the numbers on that. Yeah,
we'll
I know after Swiss.
We'll get on that, but
yeah. Next big race we had Metropolitan. Our top 3 horses in that race, and this is funny. There's 6 horses in that race. Knicks Go, Mischievous Alex, Silver State, and you get going into this, you're thinking, well, Knicks Go. I mean, Dubai, and Knicks Go was supposed to be competing with Charlatan in that race. Ended up not being Charlatan. Someone else did. I think Knicks Go may have gotten 3rd or 4th, respectable. But you look at this race setup here, and you think Knicks Go, not necessarily a slam dunk, but should be able to handle the field. Got 4th, right? Silver State first by my standards, and then Mischievous Alex.
Yeah, Mischievous Alex was our top choice, so we were at least correct about Knicks Go being not the winner there. But yeah, that was another stacked field. Like I said, it was an impressive card all the way through. But that was another race with a bunch of studs, man. That was fun all day long. In that case, though, Knicks Go really disappointing. I don't know what's going on with that horse. It's kind of like he had that disappointing early campaign, and then just got really, really strong, almost as if he was a juiced monster. No accusations from me, though.
No.
B. Cox is my favorite trainer.
Yeah.
Hopefully not true. I'm not making accusations. It's not my thing, except with Baffert. But Knicks Go did mysteriously get very, very fast for a short time there, and now he's back to earth.
Right.
So I don't know. Maybe it's something else, but
it's natural to judge, right? At this point, that is the state of racing. It's natural to judge when you see a
Unfortunately, you're right. Yeah.
And you wish it weren't the case, but we've just seen way too many instances where you see that pattern, and it ends in a positive test. But anyway, the big race that everyone's waiting for, race 11, the Belmont Stakes. You all know what happened. We had the top three correct. Am I right? Hot Rod Charlie, Essentialquality, and Rumbauer, but in the wrong order.
I believe we had known agenda in the top three, and
Known agenda in the top three. Yeah.
But
it was really close, though. Really close.
I had it that way too, and I bet it that way.
Yeah.
I did tell everybody in a last-minute video that I put out Friday that EQ was a lock at 2-1.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to say that I went ahead and jammed all in on EQ to win. I did make some try bets that Rombauer effed me out of winning. But,
yeah.
I hit a couple exactas, but I did help out a couple buddies that I was with. We jammed all heavy on Essentialquality. I said if he went off anywhere near 2-1, it's criminal, because that horse has been the class of this whole year to me. He had the one misstep in the Derby, which it looks very apparent, like that 70 extra yards that he ran, or 70 extra feet, whatever it was, with the 5 wide trip at the Derby, both corners, just drawing that, 18 hole, 17 hole, whatever he was, 16.
Yeah.
I can't remember. But frickin' run, Hot Rod Charlie. Hot Rod Charlie was an absolute monster again. Almost pulled it off, dude. I was like,
yeah.
I had EQ. I saw EQ was in what a perfect trip they had this time. Got to the outside of HRC. HRC did not give up. It was a sweet race down the stretch.
Yeah.
Amazing. And somebody in the comments on the video I posted with my prediction of the full field rundown made the comment that was like such an awesome head-to-head battle that felt like the first time in a while that you didn't suspect a juice monster being involved, because those two horses both ran like that the whole campaign, and they were both great all year. It was awesome to see it finish like that. So
right.
Essentialquality was my guy all year. Got it
He
done
was.
at Keeneland. Got it done here. I was glad to see him win a Triple Crown Jewel, and can't give enough credit to Hot Rod Charlie and the team there either. That was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, our scores, our PF scores were almost identical on these horses. It was like the matter of, a 3 and a 2 being flipped. We had a 15.86 and a 15.95, and we just favored Hot Rod Charlie less than 0.1. It was 0.09 above Essentialquality for our PF score. Our R2 score actually had Essentialquality a little bit higher. So what our formulas were telling us is that this race was going to be close. There was no agreement on who was first, but it was pretty much flipping back and forth between those two, which is kind of what you saw in that race.
And to our credit on that one too, like we'll take a beating when we're wrong, but on that one, I think that we probably gave Hot Rod Charlie the most love out of I won't say out of anybody, but a lot of people did not have him second or first. They had him third or fourth or worse. They just didn't give him the love that he deserved. And to me, like, that horse has been second or third at the worst all year against great fields.
Yeah.
A monster. Happy to see him get second.
Yeah. Not
that you want to get second when you got a horse of that quality, because he was so close to winning, but hey, EQ was the class again.
Yeah. And I'm happy to see.
Who knows if the silver-haired fox cheating MFer didn't have his cheating MFer win the Derby, if we didn't have a Triple Crown winner there. Might have been a different race. Who knows?
Yeah. I mean,
let's speculate.
If you eliminate the horse and just go by places, then you're going to say Mandaloun, Hot Rod Charlie, and Essentialquality. But who knows how the rest of it really does play out, right?
It's a different.
It's a different chemistry. Yeah.
It's not like you just pull him out and say, okay, everything else would have been identical. Everything else would have been different. So
exactly. I thought it was good because, we talked about Essentialquality at the beginning of the year. Had to be your top horse to start off because of the Breeders' Cup, right? It was the horse that had never taken a misstep, until you get to Kentucky Derby, and then there's all of that went around it, skipping on Preakness. It was just good to see that horse finish off the Triple Crown with one of the jewels, right? That was the storyline we talked about last week when we were here discussing pre-Belmont, is what a great story that would be for Essential Quality to win in a field like this, a very respectable field with really strong horses that, any one of them probably could have inched its way up there, but Essential Quality, the class, right?
Yep. And to close it out for me, kudos to Rombauer, who ran a great race too. I think I beat him up a little bit because I thought that.
Me too.
I thought the Preakness was a little bit fictional, just based on that it wasn't the strongest field on earth. I didn't give Rombauer a shot to win that race, and clearly he didn't have a shot to win that race. But with that said, he did beat some quality horses.
He's in the money
all year and respectable. So I'll give credit where it's due. I didn't put him in the top 3. I actually had him as 5th. I thought Known Agenda would get there. Known Agenda would have won me a bunch of money on a bunch of straight trifectas that I had. But hey, look, Rombauer, he got there, and he got there at the Preakness, and he got there earlier in the year to earn his spot in here, and he had a great season too. So
yeah,
kudos to that. Anything else on Belmont Day? It was a great day again. I enjoyed it, betting with some friends and hanging out and just watching it. It was a great show.
It was a great day. I think the only thing it was missing was Irad Ortiz Jr. And I know he catches flack from people,
good point.
But it was a bummer. I mean, just you hope the guy gets better soon. You hope he goes through the healing in the hospital that he needs to in order to get back on the horse and just feel normal again. And hopefully mentally he can overcome anything with respect to his fall. But he was supposed to be on Known Agenda, a horse that we had 3rd when we sent out our picks. And I mean, it changed a lot of races, him not being there, because he's a guy who does win like 25% of his races. So just racing wise, that it changed the complexion of the field, but at the same time it was still an amazing day.
And he's kind of like the LeBron James or the Michael Jordan of years past, where you either love the guy or you love to hate him. So even I think even the haters gotta admit that he's the best jockey in the world, period. And it did kind of suck that he wasn't there. Even if you're a hater, you want to see him there.
Absolutely, it's not the same without the best.
Yeah, it sounds like it's considering what it could have been, a pretty minor injury. So he'll be back within a couple weeks, I think. But he obviously wasn't cleared to run there Saturday, unfortunately.
So that's all from me. We're wrapping up Belmont. We're wrapping up the Triple Crown going forward. What are we doing? Probably our biggest focus is going to be Belmont, just because with the exception of this past Sunday, we've been extremely strong at Belmont all year. It's been good to our formula. Our formula's been good to Belmont. So that's probably where we're going to be doing most of our slates. A little bit of Churchill Downs, but hey, it's the summer. We got a lot of options.
Saratoga's coming before too long too, so
Saratoga's going to be there.
That'll be a big focus also. But yeah, for now, that's all we got. Belmont, like you said, it's been awesome. So
yeah,
we'll see what the next few weeks have. Anything else to close out?
No, that's all I got. Peace out, El Hombre.
Peace.